Change your story. Stop friend requesting and start friend blessing. Quit asking folks who know you to approve of you. The problem is that people who once and always have known you will once and for all always know you for what they know you for. If you wasn't great in their eyes when they first met you, then you ain't gonna be great in their eyes when you accomplish something. And what ends up happening is you start relying on them for your approval, friend requesting, and they become the book that you face. Change your story. Find people who don't know you and begin to sow into them. Not your money, your talent. Because the talent that people see as coal is a diamond in somebody else's eyes. And that may mean you may need to change your demographics. That may mean that you need to change your topography. That may mean that you may need to change your location. Change your region for a winning season. Get out of the place where you used to live and step out into something new. Even if it means you got to leave your city, your state, your area, or your country. Go somewhere where not only can you expect to be celebrated, but go somewhere where you can take your failures into a facility where you can be a blessing to someone else. Your failures are only a failure because someone else called them a failure. You never called your failures a failure. You called yourself a failure based upon what other people have said about your current situation or situations like your situation. But your failures can be your fellowship in your new facility. You can find somewhere where, listen, a broken tire becomes a recycled amenity for somebody else. You can take a broke down vehicle and it becomes a home or a habitat for an underwater situation, which means sometimes they actually take old cars, transform them into apparatuses or apparati that actually become home for creatures under the sea. What am I saying? You got to stop walking on land and begin to try to walk on water. And even if you drown, even if you go underwater, forget about the Peter and Jesus analogy. Even if you fail to walk on water, learn how to swim beneath it. Because everybody that you're supposed to be with ain't on top of the world. Ask Ariel. Ariel in The Little Mermaid wanted her best to be where the people were. She wanted to go where the people were singing and dancing. She wanted to be around people who use thingamabobs and whatsamajiggies. Come on, you got kids and you was once a kid. You remember the story of The Little Mermaid. But just like she was looking for the thingamabob and the whatsamajig to make her life complete, she failed to realize, and you fail to realize, the tools that others have used make you look like fools when you try to use them. Quit trying to use other people's devices to become famous. Quit trying to use other people's stories to replicate your story. And then quit trying to be on land. Sometimes God didn't give you feet to walk. He gave you hands to swim. Learn how to hold your breath. Learn how to turn your lungs into gills and swim beneath the deep. Go deeper than somebody else has gone. Build something underwater. Learn how to swim. Learn how to sink and swim. And if it benefits you, sink until you learn how to swim. And quit trying to rely on somebody else's dreams and change your location. Change your situation by changing your location. If you're afraid of not being the place where your mama and your dad and your sister and your cousins are, if you're afraid of not having the job, you are the talent. And even if they don't give you the job, you make the job. You turn your talent into something. Even if you got to work overnights somewhere doing something you don't want to do in a warehouse or data entry, you find something that motivates you. So in the daytime, you can spend more time qualifying your time than spending your time making a few dimes. Get yourself up. Motivate yourself. And I'm not speaking this from a place where I'm simply in a good place. I'm speaking from a place where I'm swimming right now. And I'm loving being in the water because it feels good. It's a new place, new time. Sink or swim, I'm in the water. Come on in to the water. The water's fine. A little frigid sometimes, but it feels fine. Get off the land. Get off of your securities that make you feel secure. Get off of the boat. Jump into the water. Go swimming. Splash around. You ain't lived until you got wet. EP out.